April 5th, 2018, 3:25 p.m. Interviewer, Nari Daly.
Margaret L. Gassoway,
Miss Gassoway, what is your date of birth?
5/10/29.
Miss Gassoway, do you remember anything that happened during the 67 riot or rebellion or whatever you want to call it? Do you remember the events that occurred during that period of time?
Oh, yes, I remember that day very much because we had to hurry home from the picnic that we was at. Okay?
Who was all with you?
It was my one person I remember was my granddaughter.
Your daughter?
My daughter, I mean. She was there with me because we had just got home from the picnic. Okay.
Which street did you live on?
I lived on, oh gosh, I can't think of the street, but it was like Lincoln, cut it off. Okay, cut it off.
No, you keep going.
I lived on,
Okay, I'm asking a different question. What was going through your head as you saw things were happening in Detroit?
things were happening in Detroit that was very frightening. It was people was driving down in police cars and everything and they down and everybody was running and running on the corner and stealing, and I just couldn't imagine why people was taking things.
What do you think the government should have done, or how do you think it helped from the 67 riot?
The government should have tried to stop it, but I know trying to stop a riot like that with so many people, it's kind of hard because everybody's going such a way and this way, and I was help my daughter because I didn't want nobody hurting her. While I sit on the porch, I was sitting on the front porch, and I didn't want nobody hurting her.
You said that your picture was in the paper. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, my picture was in the paper, but it was really nice, a nice picture. It was a chronicle. It was in the paper, and she was on my lap, and while I was watching the men go down the street.
Do you remember the occurrence of a tank or any type of SWAT or a whole bunch of police cars?
Yeah, I remember the tank and the police cars and everybody was running different ways and it was horrible how the people was really stealing things, But then
What stores do you remember occurred being stolen from? Like,
okay.
Do you remember a certain type of store?
Yeah, one of the stores that was stealing was Robinson stores.
Robinson?
Right on the corner of Grand River and Dexter.
Grand River and Dexter.
That store right there on the corner.
What was in the store?
It was a furniture store.
Furniture store.
And the people really got it. So they got a lot of stuff. But what good did it do? It's no good now. All that stuff they take it wasn't no good because it was no good. Period. Robinson store now. It's still running, but now it wasn't any store.
Where was your husband during that period in time, or your?
He was at work during that period of time.
Where did you?
But come to think of it, we was at a picnic out there so he came home from the picnic, straight down Linwood Street.
Linwood.
And turned right on Richardson. That's the street we came.
So I have a serious question that a whole bunch of us people are debating on. Do you think it was a riot, a rebellion, or uprising, and why?
Turn it off. Let me think.
Keep going.
Okay.
If you gotta think, you can think.
Okay. Do I think it was a riot or rebellion? I mostly think it was a rebellion. People started stealing things that they didn't really need.
So it was a riot.
Like shoes and
Exactly,
mixed black shoes.
do you know what started this whole thing? Did you feel it was a segregation need, or did you feel that while you was living during that period of time, people were segregated?
Yes.
Or it wasn't equal?
And things were not equal for where we lived at. 'Cause
How?
we lived on Richton and Linwood.
Richton and Linwood.
And things was not equal there.
What happened? Can you give me an example?
What happened? Well, there was things that was stolen. People didn't have. There was churches, and I don't know why they stole from churches. And
They stole from churches.
Yeah, churches. God churches, not churches. Barbecue.
Not chicken, girl.
All right.
Grandma, do you remember anything that? Did you go into hiding? Like, where did you hide at?
Oh, I didn't hide because I didn't have to hide. I wasn't stealing nothing. I was just watching.
You was watching.
And hoping that nothing happened to me and my child. Nothing to steal. Okay?
So people was just stealing because they decided, or was you in a feeling of, was you feeling how they felt? Was you feeling like, oh, we need a change and this is the way to do it? Or did you think, oh, they're wrong, so I'm not going to get engaged? So did you feel that the people was right? We could have went from a different route. We could have done things differently, or was you for that?
Oh. I thought that was, they should have never riot in the first place, but we wasn't thinking.
We wasn't thinking.
Because there's things that we should have thought about when Martin Luther King was living. There's things that he preached to us. He preached not only to the blacks, but to the white too.
So do you feel that from the period of time now that we're still segregated, or are we more equal?
Oh.
Do you think that riot or rebellion or whatever you want to call it changed the way we're living now?
Okay. I think that our life has been changed. Really been changed for the good.
It's been changed for the good?
Uh-huh.
So,
Margaret Gassoway.
say it again.
I, Margaret Gassoway.
Agree.
And
sign off.
To this interview by
Nari Daily.
Nari Daily.
I sign off. Do you remember anything else that we didn't talk about?
Yes, I remember. I remember being at the picnic, and they told us we better hurry home because Detroit is burning up. They are burning Detroit up. We couldn't imagine how Detroit get burned up so quick when you haven't been long left there. But that's the way it was. So we gathered up our things and headed toward Detroit. Before we got to Detroit, we could see blaze of fire. Okay.